Last week, I moved to a new city. In the midst of moving, there was a tinge of fear and uncertainty, despite knowing this was a conscious choice on my part. All I've been feeling lately are the ripples of anxiety in my body and the waves of inspiration in my gut. There's this drop of courage that stirs, compelling me to be proud of my choice, this leap of faith towards a new kind of living. Change and its inevitability has propelled me to challenge my sense of belonging, safety, and identity in this world. So I wanted to share 5 ways I've stayed in touch with my intuition and body, each of which has fostered a deeper truth within me and ultimately crumbling the walls around my conditioning. Whether you live somewhere for 6 months or 6 years, you know it can be hard to move on. The grief that comes with leaving familiarity towards a new environment means you're closer than ever to the untetheredness of this life. My friends and loved ones have been my grounding crystals through this move. With them, I can be vulnerable. Being open about how I'm feeling and hearing their voice keeps me connected to my roots. It lets me know that just because I'm physically absent doesn't mean I'm not emotionally present. Their encouragement breeds intimacy, and their support makes me feel seen. When I'm vulnerable and received, I feel immensely wealthy spiritually and prepared for whatever is to come, knowing I have an entire community who's got my back. My community teaches me what I need. I've always intellectualized my emotions, and I've found that the key to feeling them and not letting them overpower me is balance. There's a balance in noticing where the feeling is arising from, either in my body or from an old narrative, and not identifying with it in a way that consumes me. I like to keep a neutral perspective, sometimes even a challenging one that questions why I'd rather feel bad than embrace the possibility of feeling good. This allows me to explore what ultimately expands and relaxes me, and what doesn't. The human brain likes predictability. That's why we have habits that keep us in a loop. I've had a morning routine for the last couple years that have kept me grounded to my center. I practice gratitude when I wake up, then half an hour of breathing, journaling, and movement. Having a consistent schedule keeps my body regulated so that I don't have to stress about checking in with myself. Even on days when I feel too lazy to be disciplined, practicing snippets of my routine still allows me to slow down, especially when I'm moving too fast. When my brain is scattered, I turn to binaural beats to focus. There's something about the quiet humming that allows me to stay on track for my goals, to be clear about why I'm doing something and how to best do it. I've also been writing and reciting affirmations, rewiring my brain so that I'm not bombarded with negative thoughts. It's funny how the brain loves to be pessimistic, but the heart is the ultimate optimist. I notice my intuition is loudest when my throat is clear, my sacral grounded, and my heart is light. These help shift my perspective, knowing that joy is an act of radical courage in the face of the utter unknown. The mistakes I made in the past when I moved were to stay sheltered, alone, and avoidant. I know now those are the ingredients for a phase of isolation and self-pity. Instead, I'm learning to turn my attention outward, to explore places by myself, experiment with asking for help, and being okay with getting lost. No matter how hard it may feel to be seen, I know that just by being myself, I allow more love into this world and into my life. I read somewhere recently that anything that blocks your progress is simply life saying, there's something better for you. Remember this as you go on your journey. Remember to keep your curiosity sacred and your wisdom intact. Until next time, stars.